is up there everyone, it's the guy with no game ethic here, and today I wanted to talk about the possibility of Modern Warfare 2 being remade for next gen. And what can I say, I am actually someone who supported this. I've gone and signed the petition myself. This petition online has over 100,000 signatures, which is pretty insane considering that like the petitions to get skill-based matchmaking removed only got around a few thousand, less than 10 I believe, which is something that's quite insane that this many people want to see this game back. And I personally agree with them, it was an amazing game in its prime. The weaponry and everything just seemed relatively balanced. Of course there is bullshit in the game, and that is one of the things the game is most renowned for, is the sheer bullshit that was ensued with the one-man army, danger class, noob tubes, commando, death streaks, all of that other stuff, which for whatever reason they seem to carry most of it over into Modern Warfare 3. Bad decision, kind of ruined that game as well. But I actually think it would be quite a cool thing, because when I go back and play Modern Warfare 2, it still feels fun. There's still kind of a reward to the game, and I can't even pinpoint what it is. The game actually itself kind of just feels fun. And admittedly, this could just be nostalgia at play, because I go back to when I go play a modern game, I don't get the same feeling. Apart from Hardline, where that's something kind of new, I suppose is why I feel that. But for most games, I just sort of don't get the same buzz from just getting one kill or a few, and then going on a kill streak just felt so much more rewarding in Modern Warfare 2 and the games that I played earlier when I was playing Call of Duty than I do now. And this might actually capture it back, because the actual game play itself was pretty fun and the actual game had a lot of reward to it. And what's more, it even had like a grinding aspect. I always like going for challenges, and the challenges were kind of difficult to do if you wanted to go for all of them. And I think that'd be a really cool thing to have another chance to have a go at it without some of the bullshit in the game and with updated graphics, because that was something I did find when I go back to Modern Warfare 2, is that I'll jump into a game and the graphical difference compared to next gen is just mental. I find myself just sort of looking around like, is that a person or is that a rock? I look like one of those noobs who's shooting the wall, throwing the grenades and then bouncing straight back at me, because I just generally can't see as well as in a next gen game, because I'm used to the graphical clarity you get on next gen. And I think the game would look amazing, especially with like the campaigns and everything. I think especially the favela missions would look beautiful in next gen. However, as you'll have seen in the title, I've said that it's going to be a rip-off. And there's some real key reasons to that, and that's the fact that they've already developed this game before. They've built the game. The sheer amount of resources that the developers have to put in each year to create a new game would make this a rip-off. Okay, gotta do something original and new for the next Call of Duty game. $60 please. But all joking aside, it is true. The fact that we spend 40, 50, maybe £60 on this game each year because we're covering their development costs and the money that they've spent hyping the game up all year. And if they were to just remaster one of the old games and sell it to us at full price, that'd be a complete rip-off. They won't have done much work on it, because if they know that the community want it the way it is, just with a bit of updates. And to be honest, that isn't worth £60. That's basically, you're giving us a patch for £60, which is kind of what Advanced Warfare is going for, and that is why the game is quite hated by a lot of people in the community. And I personally think the only way they could make, if they were going to make it full price, the only way they could actually get away with it is if they made it a collection kind of thing. It could be the Modern Warfare collection, it could just be almost like Call of Duty Online, where you've just got a mix of all the older games. That way I feel that consumers wouldn't be being ripped off by Activision, even though Activision decides to every possible place they can get money to get it. And I'm not sure if I would buy the game actually if it was only Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, because we don't actually know if it's going to work the same way as it did on the old gen. We don't know if it's going to be as good as we remember it. And also a point that I heard when I was watching a video from Boston Strong Gaming was that the community has definitely changed. There is a lot more camping and a lot more cheap tactics in the community than back in the day. The only way I could see to fix this would be a matchmaking thing, but then we've got enough problems with matchmaking already, you don't want to be changing it from what it was. And that's the thing. Anything that you can try to change the community or anything isn't going to work, because the community's already shifted, and that is the problem. There are going to be quite a few issues that would have to be overcome, and it might end up just killing the game anyway. So actually, the same part of me that's nostalgic and wants to see it remastered doesn't want to see it get ruined by all the people that will use these cheap tactics and exploit everything they possibly can just to get a tiny edge on the competition, because that is something that will just kill the game, and it'd ruin all the memories, because a lot of people, as weird as this will sound to people that don't game much, but you kind of associate and have memories with games. Like, you'll remember your first triple kill, you remember your first multi-kill, you remember your best feed up to date. Like for me, my best ever kill feed was a 5-man with an MK14 and Ghost. So I was hyped when that happened. That was awesome. I was like, no way, I just got a 5-man kill feed. In fact, I still remember a day I got an AC-130 from getting a quad with a Predator missile. It was like, oh my god, did that really just happen? You get so hyped about these things, and it's something that is really cool. And that's the thing, you sort of remember these things. And if those memories get destroyed because of people just ruining a game that was amazing, you're gonna sort of just lose faith in it a bit, and then you may end up actually losing all faith in the series, which actually could kill the game in a sense if this game was actually exploited by people. So that's kind of another thing we've got to watch out for, is that the community could actually kill the game, which would be really bad, because this is a game that's not only popular, but it is fun. When they actually focus on making the game fun and not for esports, being competitive and for just making money or a technical exercise, then the game is a lot of fun to play and it's really rewarding. They need to go back to actually making games that people want to play, and I think they've actually rehired one of the initial old developers. I don't know, I think it was Zamella or Zampel, I think that's what his name is, but they rehired him to be the lead multiplayer designer. And what they really need to do, they need to playtest their games internally. There's a new game called Overwatch, and one thing that's been praised is how much the developers of that game have playtested it. They are very good players at the game, and that's the thing. We all found out that people that developed Ghosts, they had like 10 hours playtime in a year on their game, and it's like, you really don't care about your game if you've spent 10 hours online on it. You've just taken your money and ran. Whereas they need to actually spend more time playing their game and testing it, so then they can tell whether the game is enjoyable. Because if they keep putting out products that no one enjoys, it's just going to colossally go down and burn. And no one wants that to happen. The people that actually want Call of Duty to be good don't want that, and we are the true fans of the game, and I think we deserve a better voice. But anyway guys, I want to see what you guys think. I personally would like to see Modern Warfare 2 remastered, but I think it needs to be a collection game and not just a single game, so we aren't being ripped off as consumers. But anyway guys, this has been the guy with the gamer tag, and I will see you on another video.